How to get rid of junk food addiction. Like alcohol or any other addiction, junk food addiction can be an incredibly dangerous situation for our health. Can you hardly say that you are addicted to fast food? Let's learn about some ways to get rid of fast food addiction. Junk food addiction. According to a new research, junk food addiction is similar to tobacco or addiction. This problem is not only in the youth but also in the children. For many people, diet based on junk food has become the way of life. Although they are aware of its losses, however, they fail to change their habits. Junk food addiction and swell generally. People who eat junk food may not be able to leave it even after knowing its loss. They have been addicted to it and therefore they cannot even leave it. They believe that this type of food can give them many kinds of diseases, but still they find themselves unable. Junk food contains excessive carbohydrate, fat and sugars. Most of the recipes to be made of palanquin include pizza, burgers, Frankie, chips, chocolates, petals and more. Like alcohol or any other addiction, junk food addiction can be an incredibly dangerous condition for our health. Why is junk food an addiction? Generally, the sugar, fat and fat content found in junk food makes us addicted to these foods. By consuming a lot of sugar and fat, our body gets a chemical called dopamine. This chemical makes us feel very good. As a result, we want to feel good again, so we become addicted to it. Measures to avoid junk food addiction. Do you have a strong desire to eat burgers when you feel hungry? Does French fries take you to the streets? Can you accept that you are addicted to fast food? Let's learn about some ways to get rid of fast food addiction. Not eating food habits. The first step to leave any addiction is to identify and accept the problem. Similarly, to avoid the problem of junk food, it is most important to identify the problematic. For this diet diary can help you. By writing about the foods that are consumed throughout the day, you will be able to see the overall taste of food and will know how much unhealthy food you eat throughout the day. Harmful effects on health. To leave junk food addiction, you have to accept that it is very harmful for your health. You will have to admit it is not easy to compensate these losses. For this, you will need to find personal reasons that can help you stay away from it. Once you get the reason, it will be easier to get rid of junk food. Enjoy the meal. Enjoy your healthy food and change your view that if you eat healthy food, it can be delicious like junk food. You can bring the same swab in the homemade food with different spices. You will not even know that when you quit junk food and became addicted to it. Identify when and why you eat junk food. It is also important to know why you eat junk food and when to quit junk food habit. Our eating habits are controlled by exercises, such as work and life commitments, stress, need for rest, shortage of time or longing. After recognizing that when you are attracted to junk food, it is also important to see which of these lifestyle factors are affecting your eating options. After knowing all this, you can easily get rid of this addiction. Keep junk food away from home or workplace. If the food is not near you to entice you, then it is less likely to eat it. So avoid buying unhealthy junk food and snacks and adopt healthy options on their installation. Help with family and friends. With the help of anybody, any addiction can be easily dropped. Many times you cannot stand alone in order to adopt a sweet alternative. There is no harm in getting help from others for this. You can get help from your friends and other family members. They can motivate you that this kind of food is hurting your health and it is better to leave it for you. Find health options to treat junk food addiction and to calm his craving. Instead of junk food, try to take any form of alternative form. If you are addicted to sweet foods, then take fresh fruits or small quantities of dry fruit, and if you have a habit of eating salty snacks, then you can take a handful of nuts. lean protein and whole carbohydrate. When there is a decrease in blood pressure, you have the desire to eat sweet and fat food items. Therefore, in order to keep the blood pressure stable, please include foods like fat, proteins, whole and low carbohydrates in each of your meals.